Hello, this is Dr. Calico, and today we're going to be developing some more massively multiplayer offline. Yeah, we've got a few things here. Yeah, we've got our CGS raid right here, but we need to go for some events here. Like, we need to put the character in here, which I believe... Actually, I don't entirely know which door would be a good point to start off here. So, we're just gonna put Amy, like... Wait, hang on a moment. Did I actually screw up the? Oh wait, the grid size is actually different. Uh, Set up grid. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I think the first event is actually what is a good location? Um, I think right about here would be good for the first event of Amy just walking out the door, because this takes place at the end of server day 4. And look, there's a lot of things to remember here. Yeah, this takes place at the end of server day 4, and we do not have the art assets ready yet. Okay, so actually I need to investigate the engine here. At the beginning of the scene, scene actions, variables, change a variable variable of cinematic marker. Cinematic marker is not here. Why is it not here? Oh, scene cinematic marker. Sorry guys, I had some delicious food. It was a bunch of mozzarella sticks. It was really delicious. That is ABCD scene set to 0. Okay, so the first time this will run, uh, it will set the cinematic marker to 0 here. And what else am I forgetting? I think that's day 5. Let me check back on day 4. Server day 4. What does the code say there? Okay, so add 1, so it is day 5. Yeah, I got that right. Yeah, we don't need you, sorry. Actually, what we're going to do is event group of cinematic markers. No, wait, not cinematic markers. That is. I don't actually know what to call this here. Um, a cinematic hammer, because you're hammering things into place. So put that there. I need to figure out where did I put Amy. Okay, so right here. Add a condition, and that is to player cinematic. Change the position. Then set that here, Control C here, and Control V there. And then drag Amy off screen. Sorry, Amy. And let's open it. Something went wrong. Actually, what did go? Oh, yeah, that's what went wrong. Okay, so problem solved here. Honestly, nah, something just isn't really right here. Yeah, this background is a little bit too white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Sprite here and Project 2. Actually, wait, what's the texture of this? What sprite does this use? Project 2. Yeah, where is something that is like all white? Also, there's a plane overhead. It's definitely not nothing because that is a oh, background day. Actions like that. Nah, I think we're fine with that. Yeah, it's just some pretty hard decisions here. Okay, so yeah, we've made our choice here. Okay, so Amy is hammered into the scene pretty much instantly, but unfortunately, there is now no way to actually, or rather, there is a way to actually get things to work, but the problem is we just don't have the art assets. So we're going to go into uh, Sprite again, and this is the one of the CGS guards of Calico Security System, Calico Guardian Systems, which is a security company. So these people are, yeah, they're armored. They have firearms. Probably won't be, using them very often though. Yeah, it's just like, the security company. Like they're not the aggressor. They're just here to do their job, you know? Yeah, but the other thing is a pain with armor is that you can't just cover people head to toe in armor. I mean, you could, but that just makes them slow. So what we have to do is a compromise between uh, armor protection and mobility. Because if you're too heavy in armor, the armor's not going to do its job. Let's be real here. It'll just slow you down way too much, and it's just useless. So, okay, let's add in a new frame here. And we're going to take this guy's front leg here. Leg front. Control C. And we're going to delete this leg front and paste in a new one. Okay, and I also want this to extend slightly. So let's add in 2 more pixels of length just for the kneecap. And rotate this by 20 degrees. Move over here. That doesn't look right. Yeah, so time to patch this up. Yeah, we're only doing one leg at a time because we'll just copy and paste the legs are symmetrical, so we'll just copy and paste them over. It's just a filter anyway, filter difference. Now, also it looks a little bit too thin as well, so patch that out as well. And not too hot either, but it's doing better. And then let me just double check here. Okay, so I think that's good. No, wait, I've changed my mind. It's not good. I want this to actually be just up slightly. That is the wrong white. That is cloud white, not titanium white. Okay, so yeah, what do we want to do now? I think that this is good. Yeah, let me just double check here. Yeah, it extends up slightly. That is kind of how armor should be portrayed. Then we're going to get a new frame here and delete this leg and paste in a new one. Nah, that doesn't work. New frame. Okay, so I think this frame is fine. But this frame, though, it is not fine. So what we're going to do is a 20-degree rotation. Yeah, it is spazzing out a little bit. That's just how the software works. Put this here. And then I think that right here is also good. Actually, nah, trash it. Nah, trash the whole thing. Yeah, we've done too much modifications here. Here, what I think is a better way to do it is to take the entire leg and just rotate by 20. And then, yeah, that doesn't look right. So time to patch that up here. Yeah, that also doesn't look right either. Wrong black. Still the wrong black. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, kind of. Okay, this is kind of fine right now. Patch that up there. Again, I need to consult the last frame here. Okay, I also need to turn off accessories. Nah, that's not thick enough. And also, what are these colors? I have not used this color or this color at any point in the sprite. Okay, just a little bit of water. Okay, then what I want to do with this shoe, or this boot to be precise, is 10 degrees of rotation. That looks bad. Oh well, nothing that a quick patch can't fix. Yeah, just shrink that slightly, and actually put this here. Take that color, and then take this color too. Okay, that looks like a slightly angled boot. Yeah, but I'm still not happy here. Put this here, here. Okay, yeah, that is way too little. So yeah, let's extend this over slightly. Okay, that actually looks that looks proper. Then back down to earth it goes. Actually, nah. Yeah, this looks too straight in my opinion. 1 pixel here to signify that, yeah, it's going down slightly. Nope, I did not want to do that. Actually, how much better would it be if I shifted it a pixel downward? Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3 pixels off the ground. 1, 2, 3 pixels off the ground. Locking animations are hard, just FYI, guys. If you can help it, don't do it. Yeah, this is why what I want to do is just recycle the animations, because it's pretty much the same corporate outfit. Okay, so on top of that, yeah, I think we're golden here. That kind of bleeds. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a single white pixel there. Also bleeds too, so another white pixel. Yeah, white pixels everywhere to stop bleeding. Okay, I think we're fine here. Now with leg behind, leg rear. What we're going to do is we're going to also take the darken layer and just straight up delete it for every single one of these. Yep, it does not exist anymore because this is the walking animation. Also, remember to save, especially when you're working on an unstable machine that likes to freeze every so often for no apparent reason, just FYI. Yeah, it's been like 20 minutes since the start of the stream, and I have not saved. Also, my mouse moved a little bit back and forth, even though I wasn't touching it. I like to think that maybe floating point inaccuracy or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so what we're also going to do is with leg rear, it's literally just a copy and paste of the front leg. We're going to delete it too. No, really, this sounds counterintuitive, but let's take a look all the way over here. This is these are not two different sprites. If I go turn off darken and get rid of the front leg, that is the exact same sprite as the front leg. So yeah, it is literally copy paste. And then what we're going to do is, okay, so it's like polarity. Is one, two. Yeah, the reason why I want to have an odd number is because I can just no wait, I think it's an even number. Um, we're turning on yeah, we're taking a look at Amy's walking. Well, that's a problem. Yep, Amy's walking animation is 6 frames and not 5. So where do I put in an extra frame? Oh wait, hang on a moment. New frame, and we're just going to wait. Hang on. Yeah, yeah. Frame 6. We're just going to delete this. Go all the way over to frame 1. Control C, Control V. Yeah, where am I going with this? Honestly, I don't know. Um, let's see here. Okay, so it's that. Then we go to here. Oh wait. Hang on. We're just gonna delete this boot right here. Then take this boot right here. Yeah, the food was delicious, guys, just FYI. Then that bleeds, but there isn't really much I can do. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, but does that look proper? If we do that here, no, I think we'll be fine with just a small amount of bleed, to be honest. Yeah, it was pretty easy fix for everything else, but here, we'll just suck it up and deal with it. Okay, so that is frame number 6. So now every frame has a polarity associated with it, such as you can just step every frame by X numbers and it will be on the opposite side. You can't do that without numbers. It just doesn't work. So I think what we also want to do is move, not that. How did I do this before? I think we're just going to move everything here down by 1 pixel. Look, I have no idea what I'm doing, and this is just unusual. Look, it's like almost 10 p.m., and my brain is fried on code. I know that there's a way that you could get everything to move here, but unfortunately, I'm a bit of a dummy right here. So we're just gonna do things the old-fashioned way. And just straight up move it. Okay, now that that's out of the way, so let's go back to frame number 1. Copy this frame. Yeah, I did select frame number 1 here. Then we're going to go down to 1, 2, 3, paste this frame and move it over here. And that's done. Then copy this frame, 1, 2, 3, paste this frame, move it over here. And then same process as usual. Copy frame. Yeah, you can probably see where this is going. Yeah, but then we get to here. Oh crap, I copied the wrong thing. Yeah, hang on, I need to clean off the clipboard here. Copy this frame, but then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 backwards. Because we straight up just don't have that luxury here. Then off to frame number 5. Copy that frame, paste this, move it over. And then finally frame number 6, copy this frame, and paste it over here. Now, how does this look? Honestly, this looks pretty decent. The only thing that I can think of is that the fact that the hands don't move, but we'll fix that later. And then onto the darken layer. We're going to hide the front and the accessories. And we're going to move on to black, but it has a opacity value with it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way to darken and just paint over the right leg. And I mean paint over everything. And actually, I'm just going to turn on a new layer here. And fill it full of pure red. That way I can see what I'm doing. Yep. Yeah, we're just gonna put pure red on for everything here. Yeah, and then now what we can do is just go back to painting. You put that here, and everything has been darkened there. Okay, we've darkened everything there. There we go, and now for that. And, Okay, I thought I missed a pixel there. We did not miss a pixel, just heads up. Yeah, if you miss a pixel, it just looks bad. Yeah, make sure we're thorough here. Yeah, that's the same outline. And then we're going to turn off the red layer and turn on the front leg. And also save again. They're not grounded. So what we're going to do is take every single layer and just move them down here. Every single layer is grounded. There we go. Okay, I think that's close enough. All right. Yeah, we're also going to save. And we're also going to open up CGS, guard to a sprite, and we're going to be taking his colors. And we're going to save as guard 1 walking, guard 2 walking. Yeah, paste these colors in here, and wait, hang on a moment. Yeah, I actually, there's something that I'm missing here. Let me look back here on day 5 here. Okay, so one of these is clearly an officer, and the other is clearly a guard. What we're going to do, close that. Okay, what we're going to do instead is we're going to change guard 2's helmet. Okay, head 2, I think we can actually get rid of that. Head. Yeah, time to do a little bit of a fancy makeover here. Yeah, we're just going to remove this for now, and then give the rest of his head back. I have never used these colors. Why are they still here? Yeah, actually, in second thought, let's make the hat more like a actually, I think that was an accident, but this actually looks better. And also, what we're going to do is switch from cyan to a darker blue. Yeah, RGB value. Let's turn down the green to 110. Okay, I think that actually looks more like an officer. Yeah, the nameplate though, RGB values. Let's tune it down to more of a different color, like, oh, that's on accessories. Nope, that didn't work. Maybe something like this. Yeah, I think this works better. Yeah, we can just also remove head 2 because that does nothing. Yeah, yeah, this is actually looking better. So this is card 2. Okay, time to remove head 2 and replace their head with the different head. So we're going to Control-C the head, delete and Control-V. Oh, and also don't decapitate them too. Yeah, whatever you do, don't decapitate people. That is bad. And yeah, I'd also like to address the elephant in the room. Yeah, I do like to embrace some, you know, basically, we're not all the same people. I like to include characters from different walks of life. So I love to represent all sorts of various people. Okay, now the last thing that we need to do is the accessories, which is over here. We're going to take this and we're going to turn on accessories and put that here. Put that here. Put that here, shift down 1. Here, shift down 1. In the correct spot. And put that there. Okay, so I think we're fine here. We're going to save this for now. And also, one thing I want to do is we're actually going to go all the way over to the main menu here. Where did I put it? You know, there's a bunch of things that I remember putting here, but I don't remember putting them here. Actually, I don't know what I'm looking for. Okay, so we're doing global variables. Actually, let's just keep that on 5. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what I'm doing here, and this is terrifying. I think that what we want to do is front. I think I did the arms too early. Yeah, now I have to copy paste them again. Okay, so front arm. You know, decisions are hard. Yeah, decisions are like really hard here. Yeah, we're gonna dissect this front arm for a moment. Yeah, I think it should also be back. So let's do -10. That looks bad. Yes, let's do -10. Okay, that actually looks more decent. Also, I'm terrible at selecting things, just FYI. $10 and it looks bad. Oh well, we can fix that. Nope, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That works. Nah, still don't like it. 10 degrees is too subtle. So we're going to control V a bunch of things. Not that far back, though. Yeah, we're just going to dissect this arm here again. Let's go for -30. Then what we're going to do again is 30 degrees. Yeah, like a bit of a jog animation, I should say. Words are difficult. Put that there. Okay, now how well does that look here? You know, I think that's pretty decent. Yeah, I'd say decent so far. Also, remember to save. Decisions are so incredibly difficult. Yeah, if you guys are wondering why the update is taking so long and where the hell the Starbound Easter egg is for massively multiplayer offline, let me just show you here. Yeah, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, the Starbound Easter egg is not in any released version of the game, although it technically is. It's right here. It's in a level that I can preview. This is in the game. However, there is no way for the player to access this, even though it has existed since, let's go back all the way here. Let's go down to versions. Nope. Still being worked on. Still being worked on. Still being worked on. Still being worked on, probably. Okay, so it's been in the game for like almost a month here, according to this patch note, which is dated 325, which is the 3rd of March, the 25th of March. My brain is processing things way too fast. I'm talking faster than my brain can, and actually, geez. Yeah, basically my mouth is faster than my brain. Holy crap, this is just a train wreck here. Yeah, the Starbound Easter egg, or the second Starbound Easter egg, has been in the game for an entire month. It's just that the player cannot see it because it is in an unused location. So yeah, if Reddit is going to be asking me where the hell is this Easter egg, I can't find it, blame Alpha 1.4. Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna have a hyperlink. I'm just gonna say blame Alpha 1.4, and the text is just gonna be a link to like this timestamp in the video. It's just going to be hilarious. Of course, I'll probably get downvoted to oblivion, but it's still funny. Anyway, back to what I was doing for art here. And this is why it's taking so long. Okay, actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this arm. Yeah, delete the entire arm. Yeah, Control C, Control V. Move it up 1 pixel. But then we're also going to dissect it again. And that is a 10-degree rotation. That's the wrong way. 10-degree rotation that way, and a 10-degree rotation this way. Okay, now this looks horrifying, but that's actually, it's fixable. Because that's nothing that some patchwork can't fix. Now, see, it's already looking better. In fact, let's also move this down 1 pixel. Put this here, and put this here. Whoops. Forgot about that hidden feature. And I think this extends too far upwards, so let's put that here. And also, this doesn't really extend that much there. So let's change that here. And also remember to save. Yeah, I'm trying to... Actually, I'm physically moving my arms in the real world. I'm trying to find out what's the best way to do this here. So, okay, so yeah, the arm does go back higher. Actually, I'm not entirely sure I like that angle, so we're gonna put this back here. Nah, this isn't working. Not working in my opinion. Scratch it. Okay, so what we want to do instead is we're just going to copy this over here, and then rotate the entire thing by 10 degrees? Negative 10 degrees. And yeah, it looks horrifying, but again, we have patchwork. That already looks much better. No, wait. Hang on. Let's actually just remove that. And then for this arm, I think what we want to do is, since we need to go back, let's Control C this arm again and Control V. Yeah, I think we're fine here. Control C, Control V. Yeah, but this time we're going to rotate this one by 20 degrees. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have made the armor a different color. Yeah, that's bleeding a lot. Oh well. Actually, just 10 degrees again. Actually, that looks fine. Mostly. That just looks unnatural to just halt there for no reason. But I think that um, now's really much a good time to end it off right here. I'd say that's about it. Thanks for viewing. Yeah, we'll figure a bunch of stuff out later. This is kind of getting boring in my opinion, but oh well.